So how about that hurricane?
There was a lot of wine last night.
Yeah.
Mad Libs.
Wine and Mad Libs and Uno.
Muppet Uno. Let's
Muppet
be real.
Uno. Yeah, Muppet Uno.
Muppet Uno.
Is there any other kind? None worth playing. Did you enjoy the hurricane?
It was a very big hurricane.
It was very big.
Yeah, but it was pretty cray cray.
It was cray.
There was cray happening.
Oh, I'm gonna put in pictures. So part of a tree fell on part of my house. It was like the scariest sound I've ever heard in my entire life.
And we were kind of next to the part of the house that it sort of part of fell on.
Sort of part of fell on.
Yeah.
A part of a tree fell on the walkway.
First, the walkway broke.
Yeah, it broke first, and then parts of trees fell on it and broke it more. But this was only a Category 1 hurricane, which is the thing that I keep thinking about.
Yeah.
Like, how much worse could it have been? It could have been all the worse. And apparently there are, like, houses floating in the street somewhere. And...
Like local, like about 10 minutes away from us.
like, just, like, drifted off their foundation. And there are, like, boats in parking lots down the road.
My neighbor's car filled up with water.
Yeah, just a normal day. Normal New Jersey afternoon.
What's up, Jersey? The New York City subways.
Oh, totally flooded. Totally flooded.
Very good for gondolas.
Yep, we're just turning the subway into a boat service now.
We've decided New York is Vienna now.
Yep, New Vienna.
I like
instead
it.
of New York. Yep, problem solved. Gondolas everywhere. So that was my friend Sam. I just got back from us driving around for 2 hours, basically, looking at the carnage. And it's horrible. It's awful. I'll put in pictures. I mean, you probably don't want to even see it. But houses are destroyed, trees are down everywhere, power lines down everywhere. It's awful. It's like the worst thing I've ever seen around here. Awful. It's horrible. We saw a house a couple towns over that was closer to the water. That was totally destroyed. There was a tree that fell on their house, and the front of their tree, front of their house was just like totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. And when we drove past the train station, we saw another house with a tree that was basically just going through the upstairs of their house. And I mean, my house got busted up, and it's just, my dad's business is totally destroyed. Totally destroyed. My dad owns a bakery, and there were 5 feet of water in the building, and just floated his refrigerators around, and then as the water receded, they just crashed to the ground. So everything is just completely destroyed. It's horrific. Happy Halloween. We still have no power. And today's the worst day ever. I just went down and saw my dad's destroyed shop and helped clean up a little. I don't want to cry again. It's completely destroyed. It's destroyed. Everything in there is destroyed. The water line, which I'll put a picture of in, is as tall as my sister and me. So there was about 5 to 5.5 feet of water in the shop, which is insane. And I have pictures of the whole town, our side of the town, it's just leveled. I mean, the houses are still there, but they're totally destroyed, damaged, so much water damage. Basically, everyone's house was just filled with water. So that was kind of, it was just weird to see. And do you know that feeling you get when you're like stressed out and sad? You get waterlogged, or you feel like you've got like liquid in your chest. Felt like that all day. I went down to the Wawa to get, my dad and 2 of his friends were trying to clean out his store and his garage and all that stuff, and so I went to get them lunch, because there's a Wawa down the road that's still open, and the line of people waiting to fill canisters with gas went all the way around the back of the store and was 3 hours long. And someone fainted in line while I was there. And then the line of cars went all the way out onto the highway, and then all the way up to a side street about half a mile down, and then wrapped all the way back around to where the Wawa entrance starts on another road off the highway. So the line of cars to get gas was like a 1.5 to 2 miles long. Probably like a 1.5 miles. I don't want to exaggerate too much. But it's just horrific. P.S. It is really hard when you know that people are out there cleaning and getting stuff done to sit around and do nothing. So I have power back now, which you may or may not be able to tell. We just got power back not last night, the night before at like 1 in the morning. So yeah, my sister and I actually went to Pennsylvania to visit my aunt and uncle, and borrow their electricity basically on Sunday. And then obviously Monday night our power came back at home, so our mom called us in the morning and was like, hey, come home, whatever. So we're back to normal. There's still a lot of people who just like don't have power, they don't have houses, they don't have anything, and I'm still just in shock, basically. So I'm kind of trying to do what I can for people when I can, but for me, Sandy is kind of over, even though it will really never be over because it destroyed my dad's business. It will be a long process, but for the immediate moment, Sandy is over. I know technically she ended on, last Tuesday or Monday or whatever, but it, as long as the power's out, it's still happening, is the way it goes. So yeah, that's that.